Today, we're talking about the luxury food crisis and how food somehow became our favorite flex. Food used to be something you ate, and now it's something you finance. Apparently, broccoli is the new Birkin. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, the show where I talk about my interests, which include but are not limited to feminism, pop culture, history, and random shit I see on the internet with a few more jokes than is necessary and or appropriate. Wait, sorry, I'm getting a call. Hello?
This is Chase Bank calling about fraudulent purchases.
Oh my god, girl, the $20 Erewhon strawberry was me. Stop it. I already feel bad about it. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the big trendy thing right now is not bags, it is not fancy vacations, it is not going to the spa, it is going
to the grocery store. It is not only going to the grocery store, but performatively spending as much money as humanly possible at said grocery store.
And so today I want to explore this trend and see what the heck is going on? So, of course we can't have the luxury overpriced grocery store conversation without talking about Erewhon, which is actually where I sourced today's ingredients. So I went to Erewhon and did some grocery shopping, and I'm gonna make you guess how much I paid for these things. Okay, so first up, we have 2% pasture-raised grass-fed milk, half a gallon.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say $8.
Since you tell me it's expensive, I would say $4. Up. 5?
10.
Oh, 10?
Yeah.
Oh! Let me go milk you a cow, babe.
Now we have a dozen Erewhon brand. This is the brand name. Eggs. So these are basically designer eggs.
I would put them at $10.
I'm gonna go $8 again.
I paid $14.99 for these.
Oh my. Build a coop. Build a coop.
Next we have cultured unsalted butter from Normandy, France. This is like 8.8 ounces.
That's not even a pound of butter. That's like a half a pound of butter from France. Oui. Let's see. Maybe $7.
I'm gonna say $6, but with the tariffs, it's $38. Oh, I'm gonna say all in it's gonna be $8.
All in $8. Okay, so for this I paid $11.99.
Ugh,
You let me know if that is really that good.
it's from France.
Yeah, oui. Well, thank you for playing. I have to say, for somebody who's been on kind of like a health and wellness kick, I was like a kid in a candy store. I said, oh, this cake is sugar-free, gluten-free, keto, and joy-free. I need it. Erewhon's story is sort of interesting. So Erewhon was started in the 1960s when Aveline and Michio Kushi, a Japanese couple who became the leader of the natural foods movement in the 60s and 70s, decided that it was time to audit what was going into their bodies. And you know, I always try to give this advice to my girlfriends. They opened the first natural food store in the US in a street-level market in Boston, which consisted of a small counter and a few cedar shelves. Soon, Erewhon moved to the natural foods capital of the world, Los Angeles, and became a rare provider of natural foods, sourcing organic products that were difficult to come by. So I can appreciate they had a lot of the overpriced sugar-free snacks that I fantasize about that you can usually only get on their website, and then they have some horrible shipping policy, and it's like a whole song and dance. It's so stressful. And we were able to cut that out by just going to my local Erewhon. More like Scarewhon with those prices, am I right? And today, Erewhon is the face of luxury groceries. By the way, we should get to cooking. I'm making $50 coffee cake, and it's probably gonna taste bad. This is a lot of pressure. Don't f this up, Tyler. You paid too much money to f this up. Okay, so this has date sugar. I don't know if that counts as sugar-free. Half cup of dry mix and set it aside.
Just spent $100 at Erewhon, and this is everything I got. Got the Kaylee Uchis smoothie. I'm totally butchering that, but that looks so good. And then, of course, the Haley Bieber. And then we got a spicy volcano roll. Looks amazing. And then, of course, I had to try the buffalo cauliflower and the mac and cheese. And then they also said this short rib was one of the top 5 best things. Okay, first, I want to try this smoothie. I've never had this one before, so I'm super excited. It's so pretty.
Can I just say, it's like Cracker Barrel. Like, the gift shop is the groceries, but really you're just there for the hot bar.
That's really good. It has kind of like a sour taste. I think there's like some mango or pineapple in there.
Okay, this is a $19 strawberry from Erewhon.
This has gotta be like a prank. This is a social experiment to see if you're dumb enough to do this, right?
We're gonna eat it. It's from Kyoto in Japan, and apparently it's like the best tasting strawberry in the entire world. So
This is how I feel about Dubai chocolate too. Like, I bought one and it was $22 and it was fine, you know? Like, that's gotta be a social experiment.
here we go. I don't even know how you open this. It's literally sitting on like a little tray. Wait, you gotta just eat it like this, right?
I get that she's filming herself and she probably made bank off this video, so there is that. But like, if you're just getting a high of throwing $20 in the trash can, like you might be a good candidate for crack, no? Okay, so this calls for a tablespoon of butter, but this butter is so annoying. Like there's no measurements on it and it's just in this like beautiful block. I feel like Charlie Bucket getting a golden ticket. Oh wait, there are measurements, but they're in grams, and that's not very helpful for me. Maybe I should Google this. How many grams is a tablespoon and a half? It is 7.25 grams. Yeah, that looks like a tablespoon. You know how they just told us Tylenol makes your kids autistic? Well, they give us the code to make your son gay, because I'm gonna be pregnant with that Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli remix where it goes, clang, 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 when the trolley, ding, 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 when the bell. You know, I'm gonna do that. Like, you know how people play classical music on their tummy when they're pregnant to make their kids smart? I'm gonna play Judy Garland to make my son sassy and gay.
The most unhinged prices I saw at Erewhon.
Luxury ice cubes, $30? That's literally water. But they are round, they are spherical, and that's sort of special. Okay, raw milk, I don't even know how they're selling that. $28 organic popsicles. When I was kids, me and my friends, all of the parents in our neighborhood would do this. All the parents would lock the doors, kick us outside with like a giant thing of Otter Pops, and just let us do whatever we wanted until it got dark. It's like, here's some Quaker granola bars and a whole slew of Otter Pops. Leave me alone. Could you imagine your mom doing this with organic $28 popsicles? That is too good. Over the past few years, Erewhon has become like this supernova, from celebrity endorsements to sea moss gels and supplements you didn't even know the human body needed, produce stacks like Yolanda Hadid herself manages, and price tags that literally will take years off your grandma's lifespan. In LA, you might be choosing between Erewhon, Bristol Farms, or Gelson's for your yuppie overpriced groceries, but the Hamptons has taken this to a whole new level. $100 lobster salad, $400 melons, $65 chips, and at this point, I expect my yogurt to come with equity in the freaking farm. Forget probiotics, I want profits. If you are not on Hamptons overpriced grocery TikTok, I highly recommend you do so.
I'm gonna show you what $600 at Brownstone Farms in East Hampton looks like. It is the best place on earth, but it's so expensive. First, the corn salad. I do really like their bean salad also, but my boyfriend loves dipping chips. I've always wanted to try the La Scala salad, so when I saw it at Brownstone Farms, I was like, oh man, I need it. This is actually my second one. It was unbelievable. The dressing is like sick. So good. $28.99. It was a new item last year. I love whipped feta. It didn't have that much of a feta-y flavor, but it's still so good. It's just a little more mild than a typical feta dip. 18.
What is she getting all of this for? This is a lot of food. I feel like this would go bad for me. I hope she's hosting a party.
A barbecue tonight. Bethany Frankel's favorite gazpacho. She is obsessed. I'm sure you guys have seen her.
Also, I'm sorry, have you seen what Bethany Frankel eats? I am not taking a single recommendation out of her withered ass mouth. Oh, and I can say that because she blocked me years ago.
It's a bean salad. I personally like it better than the corn salad, so I typically get this. The chicken fingers. My boyfriend's obsessed with these. Obviously, you can't go wrong. I'm just obsessed with olives, so.
I don't know, $20 chicken fingers, $11 olives. Even if I did have this money, I don't know if I would want you guys to know that I was spending it like this. I would feel kind of disgusting. Okay, so I guess this is all you do. I need to do a 1/4 cup melted butter. So that's the tricky part, is figuring out what a 1/4 cup of this is. Grams, 1/4 cup. Quarter cup of butter is 57 grams. Fancy butter, just this, I bet would, on the right dinner roll, this would be divine. We're gonna melt this. So in the Hamptons, there are so many luxury grocery stores and they're all in like a battle with each other to be the top luxury grocery store of the Hamptons, and they're all doing these crazy stunts to be the bougiest, craziest. One guy called himself a grocery curator. So basically, rich people call this guy and they're like, oh yes, for breakfast I would like quail eggs from Africa, and for a light lunch snack I was thinking caviar from Paris. Could you get that by tomorrow? Which I guess this wouldn't be the craziest thing evil rich people are procuring from abroad. And if this wasn't enough to convince you that these luxury grocery stores are out of control, consider this. They have merchandise. Luxury groceries have become such a flex, such a culturally relevant thing, that now it's a who's who to be seen wearing grocery store merchandise. Like, did you know that Erewhon did a fashion collab with Balenciaga? And spoiler alert, it's fucking ugly. So now you just mix together these wet ingredients, then we're gonna add in the dry ingredients. The egg yolks of these special Erewhon eggs are very golden and beautiful. Trader Joe's, although I would not say it's on the luxury level that any of this other stuff is, but they released a tote bag and girls were just about ready to get into knife fights to claim one as their own. One of the Hamptons grocery stores, Amber Waves Farm, is honestly better known for its merchandise than its groceries. Everyone from Jenna Lyons to Jay-Z has been spotted walking around in their stupid Hamptons grocery store hat. I think it's a way to show the world, like, hi, I'm skinny and I'm rich, and I'm not skinny in a way where I'm eating one Oreo and taking GLP-1. I'm skinny in an elite East Coast way where I'm taking GLP-1s and have very specific opinions on microgreens. I think the reason this irks me so hard is because clearly we have to be in quite a state of like decay and rot for food to be a flex. And not just any old food. Like, I feel like restaurant food has always been special, but for plain old grocery store produce to be a flex, I think that's pretty damning. Consider that half of America lives in food desert and the other half is paying $40 for sea moss elixir. Over 17.4 million people live in low-income areas more than 1 mile or 10 miles from the nearest supermarket or large grocery store. More than 6,500 census tracts qualify as both low-income and low-access food deserts. Not to mention, Black and Hispanic families are disproportionately affected by this. Predominantly Black neighborhoods are 1.5 times more likely to be in a food desert than predominantly white neighborhoods. And this has damning health outcomes. In food deserts, there is a 25% higher prevalence in obesity, increased rates of diabetes and cardiovascular disease, and a higher reliance on convenience store and fast food options. So it's definitely hard to watch people do a $600 round swamp farms haul when there are people living in the same country barely scraping by, when there are children developing diabetes because their parents couldn't afford for them to eat a normal nutritious meal. And I'm not saying that if you worked hard, you shouldn't be able to enjoy nice things. It's just some interesting food for thought. Is this the lipstick effect where we're so poor we can't afford to actually do anything cool, so we just do like little treats? Like, for example, during recessions, luxury brands sell more lipstick because you can't afford the bag, but you can afford a lipstick. Is this our new version of that? I also think there's a layer that's so funny that's like, rich people will basically pay any cost to get away from poor people. Like, all of these luxury members only clubs are just expensive not because of the amenities. Often they're the same fucking gym or the same club or the same restaurant. They've just jacked up the prices so poor people can't be there. But the experience is almost always exactly the fucking same. You're just paying to not be around poor people. Or like rich people paying extra for organic when there's literally no research that proves that organic is better, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, this is something poor people don't do, so I guess I'll do it. Guys, I don't even know what to tell you. This sat in the oven for so long cooking, and I just kept checking the middle and it kept not being finished. And now the streusel on top is like totally burnt. So this is what, oh, wait, it kind of looks beautiful. I did taste some of the batter and it was absolutely disgusting. So I'm a little bit cautious about proceeding, but when the ingredients to the recipe cost you a small fortune, I expect nothing but the best. I mean, there was a lot of butter in there, my favorite thing. I think because we're so lacking in flavor, I'm just really getting butter. Like, I would love more of like a sweetness or a cinnamon, but it's really flavorless. I'm obsessed with the whole luxury grocery fad. I wanna know your thoughts on it. Are you disgusted by it? Do you think it's fun? Do you not really care? Let's yap about it in the comments, because for me, I'm torn, because I think if you have money and that's how you want to spend it, have fun. You're not hurting anyone, but at the same time, it kind of makes me sad because there are people spending $600 at Round Swamp Farms and other people who can't spend $6 on like a fresh banana, and it's just getting, that wealth gap is getting farther and farther and farther, and it's a little damning, but I don't know. Let them eat organic, vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free coffee cake. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you extra liked it, give it a share. I love seeing you all around when you're sharing, clipping, posting. Yep, bye!